These smell so good. They smell amazing. They really do. You know what time it is? You know what time it is. My name is Makeba Williams. I'm coming out of beautiful Atlanta. And my heart to yours. Here's the rose just for you. Such a beautiful therapeutic beat. I love it. Something about a red rose, ladies, gentlemen and Judies. It's something about a red rose. It just brings so much peace, tranquil, and of course love. How is everybody doing? Yes, y'all know I'm always checking on myself. I'm always just looking at myself, honey. That's how you know I'm destined to have a stylist or somebody to come in here and do this. Because this is not my lane, okay? This is the best you're gonna get if I do it. But if I had a stylist, then I won't have to keep looking at myself. Because see, they can look at me. They can look at me, okay? I'm gonna get there. I'm just gonna get there, but it ain't the priority right now. A priority is just living and loving life to the best of your ability, right? That's what we doing. Oh, okay, I thought so. Y'all know what? I didn't make any ginger or turmeric tea. Should I make some, or should I continue drinking my Stanley cup full of water? My Stanley. Look at my Stanley, y'all. I know I got bitten by Stanley, so I think I'll just sip on this nice water. My assistant, so she just something else. My assistant is something else. Y'all have an assistant? I have to hire some more. I have to hire some more assistants. But anyway, as I was saying, I need to hire some more assistants. I need to hire some more assistants because of the direction I'm going in. And my current assistant, she'll be leaving soon. Of course, she's a singer and a songwriter. Her contract will be up very soon. So this time I think I need like 2 to 3 people. Some of the things I'm gonna do. But anyway, I know y'all see the title. Okay, are y'all excited? Look. Y'all know, love reading, that's one of my things I love to do. And I know y'all seen the title, come on. You had to see the title to click on the video. But anyway, the book that I'm going to continue to look over, and disclaimer, I'm doing this on my own, honey. This is not a paid advertisement, okay? This is something that I just absolutely love to do. And I love to support Tyler Perry's content. Okay, so the title of the book is Madea'S Uninhibited Commentaries on Love and Life. Don't Make a Black Woman Take Off Her Earrings by the wonderful Tyler Perry. Y'all want to see this? Y'all want to see this? Let me show y'all Tyler Perry. Years ago, honey, when he wrote this book, Tyler Perry wrote this book in 2006. Let me show y'all what he was looking like back in 2006. He hasn't changed much. He still have a youthful face. Do y'all see Tyler Perry? He looks the same. He just has not changed in his face. He still looks youthful. Of course, he's gotten much wiser over the years. I'm pretty sure, obviously, you can see his results, but he still looked the same. I mean, I don't know the last time y'all seen he's on television for something that productive or positive. I go to his social media, he looks the same. He hasn't changed. Wonderful picture, very fun, creative book. And I'm picking up where I left off at, of course, not last week, the week before last. We're going to start out with Miss Madea'S Rules of Etiquette. So I have videos on this book, okay? Beautiful book, creative book. And the original plan was to discuss the book on Mondays, because I do Bubble Bath Mondays, okay? That plan didn't work as effective as I thought it was, so I apologize. Please forgive me. However, I'm getting through the book, okay? So, like today, I know I'm gonna discuss the book today, and then I may have like a few more videos. I'm not gonna say how many, and I'm not gonna say when I'm supposed to, but just keep in touch, you know, come to my page. And don't forget to look at the previous videos. Please do not look at this one video and don't look at the other videos, okay? They're fun. Okay, so it says, Miss Madea'S Rules of Etiquette. I wrote this chapter because I was watching Martha Stewart on television. She was doing all this beautiful decorating and giving all this very posh advice about how to behave, and I thought, who the hell is she talking to? So I wanted to talk to some folks who don't know nothing about $20 trillion billion. Folks who live on a shoestring budget. And what I mean by shoestring budget is that all you can afford a shoestring. Now, Madea, that's cute and funny and innocent. No pun intended. Okay, so I want to start with on manners. She goes on to say, and by the way, let me say this. This book was written by Tyler Perry. However, this is the voice of Madea. Okay, the voice, right? I know I don't have to tell you this, but people don't have manners no more. They don't say thank you and please. I used to be nice, but my niceness went out in the late 70s when people started to change and be mean, stepping on you and full of road rage. Then she goes on to say, if I'm coming through a door and they don't hold it for me, I say, thank you for holding the door. I make sure to give them what the psychologists call a teachable moment. Now, I gotta tell you, Madea, I 100% totally agree with you about manners. At a time where people just don't have manners anymore. They don't say thank you, they don't say excuse me, they don't say please. I mean, for instance, you're at the grocery store, right? And you're walking, and somebody with another buggy can obviously see you and won't even say excuse me or end or move. So I take the responsibility as an adult to say excuse me. You know what I mean? Or you could be coming out of the bank and the holding the door scenario. What I tend to do is pause. And another thing that has worked for me, I tend to keep a distance from people. So if I'm entering into a building, and if it doesn't matter if it's a man or woman, now I can kind of tell their energy because they're going to turn around. They're going to kind of give you that shoulder like, I see you. If you know they're going to, you can kind of tell they're going to stop because they're going to pause and kind of like look back, and they're going to give you that look, or they're going to give you that shoulder like, I'm holding the door for you. Then I speed up. But I tend to give people a distance because people can be disrespectful and just straight rude. You know, they lack that consideration I've talked about before in previous videos. So I clearly get the no manners. And it has a lot to do how people are raised and what they see, you know what I mean? And who they're hanging with. If you're hanging with people, you know, more likely you're gonna be that way. You know, if you haven't been trained to do anything else differently. I like to stand out in the room. Now, I'm not talking about perfection, but I like to consider the people in the room. So it's like if somebody walk in, you look at them, smile, how you doing? Good morning, good afternoon. People don't understand that either. Or if you know somebody's older than you and you're sitting, I let them have my seat. It's just so many different creative ways to show you care and to show and practice manners. But etiquette, honey, it's just not there. You know, I'm not saying for everybody, but we just don't practice it. We don't understand. It's just like when people go into areas they're not familiar with, but it's popular. They may go to a 5-star restaurant, for instance, and they may want to wear a certain attire. The restaurant may have requirements. You can't automatically feel it's your right to enter into a restaurant when they've already set the standards. It's their law, their policy. And we feel we can just go in and wear anything and say anything and do anything. And so we must begin to become better, work at it, and strive to set examples for the ones who know and understand. So you may feel you're alone. You may feel like, okay, I'm doing all of this. These people just don't clearly care. Don't worry about that. You just do you at, you know, at the highest level you can possibly do it. But manners is definitely gone. You know what I mean? From, let me give another example. Being out, you may be in a crowd and somebody yawn. They don't even cover their mouth. How could you be in the midst of presence of people and you open your mouth this big and you yawn and don't even look around and say, excuse me? You know, they don't do that, you know, or somebody may do other things. The body is going through changes. You know, they may break wind. Go to the side or go to the bathroom. Sometimes you can't help it. Because I've been out shopping, and I never forget, I was with my assistant, and a lady did it, and she looked at us like we were wrong. And it was loud. I was like, what happened to excuse me? She was older. So I understand she's older. Her body is going through changes, so that's to be expected. But what happened to, ladies, excuse me? People think, they look at having manners as being bougie or sedity. No, it's just having standards and respect, and respecting people's boundaries. You know what I mean? That's all it is. It is nothing else, because if you say, excuse me, may I please? But you have to remember, if they're not used to that, if they haven't been properly trained, you need to lower the expectations and begin to be the example. And the example may be tiresome sometimes, because you're actually setting the example and it's like they overlooking it, or just feel like it's not even worth considering it. Don't feel that way. You keep being that example. So I understand when Madea talking about manners. Oh, nobody don't understand how to say excuse me, and they definitely don't know how to say thank you. And people don't even look in your eyes anymore. They're afraid to, like, you can be walking, working out, and you can smile at a person, and they'll look at you like mean mug. Like, where's this energy coming from? Just saying good morning, honey, or I'm saying good afternoon. It's the mental state of people. It's the mental state of people. And when I say people mental state, you got to be careful too. Because when you meet people, you don't know where they are mentally at that moment. They could have encountered something earlier, or they could have triggers. So you just you have to be wise in today's time. Because I've been in a situation where I've given a person a compliment and they were still mad. So I said to myself, it's something going on. It's not a personal attack on me. They're just going through a moment of something that they're experiencing. So you can still be considerate and, you know, nice, good morning, and all of that, and have all the proper manners. But sometimes you may meet a person and they're just mad. And you got to just be wise how to handle it, step back, and smile and walk off in peace. Because I actually had given somebody a compliment, and they were looking at me like, I'm like, little old me, I'm like 100 and some pounds. 5'3" at most, you know. So it is what it is. That's the time we're living in. People, mental health just need to be checked. You just gotta be careful with the mental health. Honey, it is serious. Next, Madea goes on, and the subtitle is on home decor. Now this part right here was very interesting to me, because I'm currently have been on this journey and praying about purchasing a $2.5 million townhome. And the more I dive so deep into this, I'm starting to learn a lot about me, where I am in my life, marriage, you know, me being in a $2.5 million home with no church, just all kind of stuff. You know, looking at how I want my kitchen to be designed, what kind of stove I want to have. I want a library, I want a Zen prayer room where I can do meditation, all that beautiful stuff. And now another thing that has sparked my interest is having a garden. And what made me really consider this, I don't know if you all are aware of Tracy Edmonds, beautiful Tracy Edmonds. She has a YouTube channel and it's called Tracy Edmonds TV. And she just recently did a video on her home garden and it's just so beautiful. Oh, I just so love her videos. She just got started a couple of months back or so. And I said, oh, she's making me think. I really considering I want to have a garden. And I said, okay, my townhome would have to have space because I don't want to grow my herbs and things like that inside townhome. I prefer to have something in the backyard. So I'm like, okay, God, you're speaking to my soul. How do I go about this? So I'm just falling in love with the process. And I've shared it may not be 2.5 million, it may be lower, higher, who knows. I just know God put it on my heart and I'm just really learning things I wish I could have learned earlier in life about purchasing something of that magnitude. And it comes with so much, but it's so interesting and intriguing to me. And the fact that I recently saw Tracy Edmonds video, she is in a beautiful relationship. She's engaged to Deion Sanders, who is an ex-NFL player, and he's a coach now currently in Colorado, I believe. So go check out her YouTube channel. She's a producer, actress. I mean, Tracy has done it all. She's a professional woman that I have a lot of respect for. And her home is in Hilton Head. The Head is in South Carolina. So, and I think she was saying that it was like 40 minutes, 20 minutes or so from Savannah, Georgia, or something like that. But her home is so beautiful, and I just love her paintings. Just to be able to see a woman in her position and to inspire others is just so beautiful to me, because it's like we all want things and sometimes we don't have access to really know what it is. And to be able to see Tracy Edmonds open up her home, you know, with respect, moderation, and boundaries, you're able to see, okay, you want to do this and you want to do that. And she have these paintings, they're called Madea'S. I think it was like a school. Okay, the paintings that she have in her home, they're beautiful. I mean, the picture frames are just, they're gold. They're just beautiful. Okay, so the school is out of France, Madea'S School of Art. And basically, the paintings have a lot of landscape. This is just so me. But I made, like, if I purchase some of those in the near future, I would use like a lot of flowers and things. And she was saying one of her favorites is Theodore Rousseau. I believe that's how you pronounce his name. But I was just so impressed. And the school was in effect from 1840 to 1870, if I'm not mistaken, because I did my research, because I was like, the paintings in her beautiful home in Hilton Head is just gorgeous. And you know, I'm not really into how could I say this? I'm not really into aesthetics, like a lot of the beige and ivory, but her home, I think it has a little bit more creativity in it, and I think that's why I was really loving it. It has gold, because I love gold paintings, and I was like, oh, I can see me having some of those, honey. They are beautiful. Go check out Tracy Edmonds TV on YouTube, and you can see her tour of her home. It's just beautiful. But she inspired me to want to start a garden. I said, oh, because I know I wanted a garden for like my flowers, but she has one for like herbs. Oh, it's just so beautiful. So let me read this on home decor. I have some tips on houses. I don't like a nasty house. Your house represents who you are. People ought to be able to walk into your house at any time. Madea, what you mean walk into my house at any time? Anybody's house at any time now? You hold on now, honey. And you not be embarrassed, okay? You shouldn't have to run and clean up something, especially the public rooms, like your bathroom, your living room, and the kitchen. These rooms need to be cleaned at all times. Now, your bedroom and closets can get a little junky, but there's a difference between junky and nasty. Oh, Madea. Now, I have a little OCD. I'm an introvert also at that. My door is not a revolving door. Having people in and out, you know, call me before you come to my house. I'm sorry. Because when I think of my home, I think of where I pray, meditate, journal, read, rest. This is my safe haven. You know what I mean? So you gotta be somebody of significance, like immediate family. From people that I've known for a very long time, I just don't let any and everybody into my home. And I agree, when somebody enters into your home, it should be clean. But this is how I feel, because I know when I go to people's houses, I don't do no walking around and all of that, and I don't eat at everybody's house. I don't sleep at everybody's house. Actually, I'm not quick to go to anybody's house. That's my personality. And it has a lot to do with hygiene, cleanliness, who they are, you know. And I know it can be rude when you go to somebody's house and they offer you something to drink. If it's not a bottle of water and I can't disinfect it, don't take it personal. That's just me. I'm old school. I'm just old fashioned. I've been around a lot of old people. So I just can't see me when you go to somebody's house. Their food can smell 5-star. Where did you get the meat from? That's just who I am. But if I know you, that's different. You know, if I know you family, I know you. Of course, I'm going to go in there and fix my plate up and ask. And I think it's rude when people come to your house and just be walking around too. This is so disrespectful. It's disrespectful when you enter into somebody's home and you just walking around like you paying a mortgage and or rent or whatever it is. I feel they should sit down with graces. And also, when I go to people's houses, I'm strategic where I sit. It's like, that's just me. You know what I mean? It's just my personality. Some people understand and some people don't. And I'm not trying to advertise it. I'm just saying, when it comes to my home, it's a safe haven, a place where you manifest, you pray, you visualize, you cook, you rest. Everybody don't need to be within that energy. Everybody don't need to be wound in. So whomever you are, if you're not coming to service to my place, it's just not a revolving door. And also, when people come to my home, they have to put on covers. So I know y'all probably like, covers? Let me show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so these are covers. Like, they wear these like medical facility, hospital. So if a person came over, I don't even want them taking off their shoes. Unless my family member and they're going to be here for a while. You know what I'm saying? So if it's somebody visiting, like when they come, if I have somebody come in here and they service, they put on these. Look, y'all can talk about me. Y'all can call me everything, honey. They talk about Jesus. I'm going to let you know right now. You put these babies on, okay? And you can take them with you. And why I say that is because now, and it has nothing to do with COVID, or I'm thinking of all of that. Your feet go any and everywhere. And we're in a time where, you know, people just do whatever they want. It just, y'all, come on, we're smart. I told y'all, you watching me, you're extremely smart now. So I feel when you enter, you put on some of these right here, baby. You definitely put these. And please keep your shoes on. Because these right here, they cover every shoe size you could possibly think of. So hopefully, yeah. Shoe covers, ladies and gentlemen, and Judy's. I recommend for you to buy them. And they're not that much on Amazon. Little plastic, just put them on the shoe. It's just temporary. So, and then I have rugs that are so beautiful. I just love my rugs. Everybody don't need to be stepping on my rugs, honey. So you put on these. And I don't want you to take off your shoes. Like I said, if I know you're going to be here for a while, that is something totally different. Shoe covers. Y'all can thank me later. And when it comes to being clean, my mother used to say you could tell a lot about a person when you open up their drawers in their kitchen. I didn't understand it when I was younger, but I get it now. She said if you go to somebody's home, and may she rest in peace, my mother's no longer living. Love you, mommy. When you open up the drawer, like, you know, you open up, and if it's, my mom used to be like, no ma'am, no ma'am. But I'm just saying, you know, you just look at little things, and some people may not know how to properly clean. I get that. You help them out. Because also there was a time, I'm not going to say who I was with. I don't do name drops. I was with somebody. And we went to somebody's house. We went to somebody's house. And I was interested into something that they're a part of. And so somebody took me with them. And when we got there, everybody was going outside. And so I was sitting in their kitchen. And as I was looking at the kitchen, I'm like, they out there cooking food in this kitchen look like this. I was much younger. Now, will I do it today? I just would ask. When I was younger, I was younger when I did this. But I started cleaning up. I started cleaning up the kitchen. First of all, I'm not gonna eat that food. That kitchen look like that. It's not happening. It's not. I say, person about to come in here. It was a female. I know they gonna be like, why you cleaning people's kitchen? Because maybe she needed some help. Sometimes people need help. You don't automatically assume because they're in this big house, you know what I mean, that they just got it going on. You don't know what people psychologically or mentally or emotionally going through. I may have been her blessing, honey. I said, I'm about to go ahead and clean this kitchen. I went and found only one glove. I put one glove on and I went and I started cleaning up that kitchen. And you know what? Later on that day, she pulled me to the side and she was in tears. You know, she told me, thank you so much. You don't know what people are going through. And I told the other person, please let's go so I can go get me something to eat. Because my energy to eat was gone. I had no interest to eat there. I just cleaned the kitchen really nice, scrubbed the floors, and I was about to hit that doggone refrigerator, but the person I was with was like, let's go, let me go get you something to eat, because you something else. But like I said, she came to me privately with the other person, and she thanked me. She cried. She was like, I'm just going through something. And the other person was like, well, why you ain't tell me? So I didn't know all of that. I was younger. I just was like, she needs some help. That's how my mother raised me, so I felt there was a need. And being around people sometimes, it's nothing wrong with just saying, do you need some help? People they don't know what that is. They don't know. And also when it comes to, besides having a clean home, praying over your home. I'm telling y'all, pray over your home. And I'm not talking about when you first get it. Periodically walk through your rooms and pray in your rooms too as well. Front door, your back door, whatever. Just take some time with God and just pray. Pray, because I'm telling you, spirits, honey, it's real. It's real. So just take your time and just pray. You know, do your gospel, whatever you have to do, your holy, whatever y'all got going on. Everybody has their own thing. I'm just saying, make sure you just pray. Spend some time and anoint your home for protection, anointing, love, prosperity. That's what you want. You know what I'm saying? And I know nobody's perfect. We don't do perfection. But what I'm saying is, at least pray over your home. Okay? And then you can bring in that decor, honey. You can make it look good. Because I'm excited about the decor that I plan on doing. And it's so amazing to me that I never even, like, I'm a creator. You know, I love different and rarity, but it's something about this home that's pulling me so heavily. And it's like I'm just learning about certain things. I'm just going through the process because it's not threatening, it's not taxing, it's not exhausting, I'm not tired. I'm just blessed to know that I can learn this and get ready to put it in mind. That's what I'm talking about. Get ready to put it in mind. And stay clean, ladies. Cleanliness is next to godliness. You want to be a clean woman. And you know, it's kind of, I'll give you another example. I know I'm supposed to be talking about home decor. I have a commercial cleaning business. Let me tell y'all something about women in today's time. I was with my contractor one evening. I'm not going to say what location because I told you I don't talk too much about that. But she was outside the perimeters of the account and she was picking up trash. Do you all not know I witnessed a woman? She actually took a bag, like she had some food in her bag. She closed it up, opened up her door, because I was standing there as my contractor was going around the vehicle. She opened up her door and dropped the bag with the food in it. She had the audacity, ladies and gentlemen, to take some lipstick out and apply her lipstick on while she was talking to a man on her cell phone. And I said to myself, that's a nasty woman. That's a nasty woman right there. That's a nasty. How you talking to a man on the phone, applying lipstick, and then you gonna open up your car door when you could get up out your car door and walk and put in a trash can? And it's so sad because you in the midst of two women. We looking at you. She didn't even blink an eye. I know this ain't got nothing to do with home decor, but I had to express myself. I had a moment. I had a moment. Sorry, I had a moment. How could a woman apply lipstick talking to a man? I don't know what they were talking about. I just heard his voice. Open up the car door and drop the trash. Honey, if I was a man and I knew she did that, don't call my phone back. Because you're going to be doing that in my house. You're going to be doing stuff behind. No. But see, that's what I'm talking about. Who are we really, right? Okay, so please keep your places clean. And I agree. You know, when somebody enters to your home, it should be clean at all times. You should not have a dirty place. And I've had men say, I've heard it. I've had men actually say, women are becoming more dirtier than ever. I've heard it. I've heard more than one man say that women are becoming more dirtier than ever before. And we need to get to the root of it. We need to figure out what's causing that. What's making women not want to take care of themselves, take care of their belongings, their households, and things of that nature. Why they're not really putting time back into themselves in their inner environment, their safe space, right? Because it's more than just what women are not understanding. When you meet a guy, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, when you meet a guy, it's just the surface, but once you all start really connecting, you gotta eventually go to his house and vice versa. You know he gonna go in your refrigerator. He gonna go look. And I've heard men say, women don't even have food in their refrigerator, but they'll have an expensive bag. Ladies, this is another conversation. I'm just telling you what I hear. Because I have more male friends than I do women. Always been like that. We just like brothers and sisters. I don't know why. But listen to men. They say it. They say that women, you go to their house, open up their refrigerator, it's nothing. But they'll go out and have on all this extravagant stuff. Their bedroom may be smelly. Just, ladies, let's work on ourselves. And get you a friend who's willing to work with you. Get with somebody who can pour back into you and you can pour back into them. Let's elevate. Let's not be around one another and not teach one another. I don't like to hang with anybody who can't teach and vice versa. I need to be able to teach and I also need to be a student. And if we can't do that, we'll suffer. We don't need suffrage, right? Okay. The next one is, now Madea has something in here. I'm not going to read that. No. Okay, on being a good host, on the art of cooking. They talk about the art of cooking. They put it on TV like it's glamorous. Hell, I've been cooking for 55 years. I'm tired of damn cooking. If I can't fry it and get it quick, I don't want to eat it. You look around and see these people cooking on TV, talking about you add these seasoning and isn't this wonderful? What the hell? That's somebody who ain't been cooking all his life. Now, the art of cooking. This is kind of sensitive right now because I want people to be able to eat how they want to eat, okay? As long as it's promoting health. It's difficult taking someone who was raised a certain way to eat certain things, and then everybody they know is eating the same way, to introduce them to new healthy habits, unless one gets sick. And unfortunately, we don't want that. We don't want nobody getting sick. You know what I mean? We don't want you to have to be hospitalized to realize you have to change your eating habits. You know, you have high cholesterol, you know, high blood pressure, you name it. I just feel like it's challenging to change eating habits for a person who mother and father may eat like that. The siblings, the aunts and the uncles and the cousins and the friends, everybody eating the same way. So now you're introducing a new way, and it's like foreign, and you're going to get a lot of resistance there. However, it's sad that they will more likely have to go through an illness probably for them to change. It's hard. It's hard in today's time. Eating, the art of cooking to me has changed. The art of cooking to me is beautiful. And what I mean by that, I love salads. That's why I say I'm going through something. Anything that's green, beautiful, colorful, I just so enjoy making salads, smoothies, green drinks. It's something about it. It just brings me so much, I don't know, life, love, happy. When I make my green drinks, it's just something about it. I can't really explain it. I'm very intelligent. I just feel like the experience, I look forward to actually making a green drink. I look forward to making a salad, you know. So the art of cooking, I understand. You've been cooking heavy, you on your feet for 4 to 6 hours, and you've been doing that for a very, very long time. I can understand that. But when it comes to the salad, and the salad it can be some effort as well. You know, sometimes when I make my salad, it may take me 20, 30 minutes or more. But the art of cooking to me now is about the art of living. So I would switch that to the art of living for me. You know, cooking, like I just recently did some lamb chops. I just wanted to be sexy and make me some. Soon I'm going to do some filet mignon, and I'm going to try some caviar. But to do that all the time, no. Salads, absolutely. Look, ladies and gentlemen, whatever works for you, just remember, the goal is about living longer, you know what I mean? Not having contributions that's going to skew what you're supposed to be aligned with. So I'm saying it's strategic where you understand we're talking about life and life only. We're not talking about anything else. So just think to yourself, what can I do to live longer, a healthier, happier, peaceful life, success, all of that, prosperity, abundance. What you can begin to do to focus on that versus, how can I say it strategically, versus, I don't want to give this up. But ask yourself, you might not want to give it up, right? But what results will it bring 3 to 5 to 7 to 10 years from now? You know what I mean? If eating this, will it produce that? Because I'm telling y'all, when I started making my salads in my kitchen, it was just something about it. It's something. It's a different feeling. And it just brings like fresh air, and it just brings just peace can't tell you any other way. I can. I can only be an example. That's the best thing I can do. But try it. Try it. And salads can be fun. Don't let nobody tell you, oh, salad is boring. I was feeling the same way until something happened. Like before COVID, I began to just look at things differently. And once I began to look at things differently, I started making those things. And salads was definitely one of them. I said I cannot go without having a salad. So, the art of healthy living. Okay. And finally, on getting bad service. But before we get to this, let me see if I have any additional notes that I may have overlooked. Okay, last is on getting bad service. Now, I'm a small business. Although I'm a small business, I have some very, very powerful accounts. I'm still a small business. I look at customer service. I take customer service very serious. Customer service to me is so serious. I don't know how to stress that. And we are in a time where people, they just don't like their job. You know, they don't like their job. They report to work and they express it. They really, really express, I don't want to be here. I don't want to be on this 9 to 5. I don't want to deal with you. I don't like or care about this product. I've had people talk about products and they working for the company. How could you talk to a customer negatively about a product and you working for the company? And I get it. We're in survival mode in this era. It's about surviving. So it's like I gotta do the motto is I gotta do what I gotta do, right? The motto isn't I understand I have to do what I have to do, but I need to plan it strategically and I need to start today. And you have people report to a company and you can see the stressors. You can hear it. You can see the movement of it. I mean, I'm like, who hired you? How could you possibly be in here working? You're doing more damaging than anything for bottom line, honey. You're doing, it's horrible. Customer service today, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, is low. The frequency is very low. It's so low and it's so sad. It's sad that you're a customer and you're paying for a service and or a product. And you have to go through this experience of they're blaming you for coming in to even purchase anything or experience anything. They're mad because you show up. They get upset if you ask a question. They get irritable if you look confused. And don't let them have to repeat themselves. And the communication is poor. So you may ask the sales associate or you may ask whomever, the representative, a question. And you may not even get all clarity on it because their communication is very, very elementary. And you held accountable for the miscommunication. When it comes to customer service, I clearly get it. But let me tell you what I do now. I believe in contacting a manager. I'm not going to be a chronic complainer because I don't believe in termination. I'm not trying to get anybody fired. But honey, you got to let them know something. And you know what I tell the manager? They representing you too in the company. They representing you. Let me tell you what Madea'S said. If I go to a restaurant or the cleaners and get bad service, that person is going to have a bad day. I've been ignored a whole lot of times going to places to buy cars, going to grocery stores, cleaners and everything. I'll say something. I'm not the kind of person that will sit around because it will make me mad. And I'll carry it with me. I'm going to get it off my chest right there. If you ain't treating me right, I'm going to tell you personally. Now with me, what I tend to do, so for instance, if I walk up and I have an item to purchase, or if I'm purchasing food and customer service is going to the left, the first thing I say is, are you almost off? I know you're ready to get off. I know you're probably tired. To break the ice, to get a general idea. But see, what I'm learning when I say that, I'm learning that they begin to complain about the company. They don't ever want to take responsibility. You see, companies need to take more responsibility with training. They need to take more responsibility with follow-up, and they need to take more responsibility in having systems in place to course correct the problem and or issue. They're not doing that. Some companies are not doing it because there are so many variables contributed to this. You know, lack of workers, lack of money, it's just so many different variables can contribute to this. However, when that customer walks in, he or she is ready for a service, and you must be ready to give them what they're requesting. Your doors don't need to be open then. You know what I mean? I'm a small business, so I understand the dynamics of it. And it's like ordering food. I'm learning, I'm a social worker. Yes, I am. I'm learning companies are hiring people, rehabilitation possibly, giving them an opportunity. And then, of course, you have high-level people quitting because they're like, I can go work for myself. So they're left with whatever's there. You still gotta keep that training going. You can't train them one time or a week and walk off. You gotta reinforce it. It needs to be called something else. You know what I mean? I've been in line ordering food. I hear profanity. I'm like, I don't want you touching my food. You in that cussing, y'all cussing at one another. I'm not interested in that. I'm not interested in the breath of profanity over my food and I have to eat it. I'm not talking about any brands. We don't have to do that to explain what I'm feeling. I don't have to call now one brand name to articulate what I'm experiencing. What I'm saying is, companies, we must do better. We must do better. And we must have an apologetic spirit about ourselves, because we all are responsible. We are. Now, I'm not responsible for a person who is inadequate or who's not confident in what they're doing. But I am responsible for meeting them somewhere within that moment so we both can get through the experience. But I'm not interested in anybody breathing over my food with a whole lot of all of that. And then I'm supposed to take that energy. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Customer service, we got to work on customer service. We got to work on it. I'm telling you right now, because it's getting worse. It's getting worse. People are snapping. Their mental health is questionable. Mental health is gone. We got to work on it, ladies and gentlemen. And for the ones, like I say, you are a representation of clarity, understanding, patience, love, light, teaching, all of that. You a light walker, all that kind of stuff. We got work to do, because I'm one of those people. I'm one of those people who can solve, but I can't do it alone. You get what I mean? I can't do it alone. So if you out on a date and you have a waitress and she being mean, how you gonna work that? Why is it that you have to walk inside of a restaurant and pay $50 per plate and then have a poor experience? Why you gotta go, I can give you another one, to the grocery store, and you going through the line and the cashier just tossing your groceries? How do you handle that? A lot of it is got some mental illness is going on there. Mental illness. So, yes, I understand. Take it for what it is, but be aware. It's somebody either hurt, frustrated, don't know no better, We got to set the example. We're in the front row. We are the trailblazers. You know what I mean? So if I know I'm going to a restaurant and the menu on the low end, y'all know what time it is. You go into a restaurant and the menu is $100, you know what time it is. Okay? Because I'm going to tell you right now, I don't care if I'm paying for my food or if I'm out on a date and the gentleman is paying for my food. I want you to understand, ladies and gentlemen, because I'm talking to an audience. I'm talking to you all. Let me tell you right now, it is no way I'm going to experience poor customer service. Now, I'm not going to be that BICTH and just cause a scene. But I'm going to call that manager and let him know this cannot possibly be a brand of a $100 menu. This cannot be the brand. See, when you got to hit them hard with that, bro. You start talking that real talk, that brandology talk. Yes, you start putting your degree or your certifications, your years of experience together. You start talking that, and you start, yeah, it'll get right. It'll get right. It will get right. And a lot of times also they work together. They work together. Before you even get in the restaurant, the manager be on their side. Sometimes they work together. A manager come over there with a little nasty attitude too. I'm not eating anywhere if I'm not treated like I'm giving you the same treatment. And it's not worth it. When you show people that you're not desperate, they'll respect you. They will respect you. Just like I get this $100 steak or whatever. I'm giving an example. It's another $100 steak down the street. Don't let nobody strong arm you. Don't let nobody press you where you are desperate and you have to have the experience. I'm letting you know it's not worth it. Treat yourself with the utmost respect and treat others the same way. Just have that mindset. But customer service definitely need to be worked on. And I do take it serious because I'm an entrepreneur and I've been one for over 10 plus years. So I get it. I understand. And I'm always looking at, I'd rather have the best customer service, right? And then I can leave the food right there. I can leave the food. I'm not a carnivore, you know. I can leave the food. I'm not that desperate to eat. I'd rather have the best customer service. See, I'm into experiences, right? So an experience is significant to me. I don't even sell. I tell people about experiences. When I had my company, Social Work Wealth, and also Luxurious Wealth Online, I focused on experiences. I did not focus on sales. No, I'm not selling nothing. I'm selling an experience. And you will get so much further with experiences.
Style is everything you do. Welcome to LuxuriousWealthOnline.com, where we build brands of sophistication while exclusively providing an experience, strategically serving and supporting with luxury details, resulting to a premium brand and or business. Late night inspiration. This is your midnight inspiration to prepare you for some sensational sleep. Now it's time to rest. Now it's time to stop with the multi-million-dollar plan, proposal, assignment, venture, idea, vision, blueprint, strategy, design, creation, or even mastermind. Yes, you're taking action and inspired and massive action. Yes, you're no longer waiting on your visions and dreams to come true. You've given yourself permission to implement. You've given yourself permission to go to the next level. You've given yourself permission to quantum leap. The purpose of this late night inspiration is to take you to sleep feeling relaxed, ease, tranquil, calm, peaceful, and stress-free. This is a late night therapeutic inspiration, motivation, transformation, empowerment, and cognitive small treatments that will leave you feeling an intense of happiness, bliss, and pleased. This is your late night inspiration before going to bed. However, some of you may be at your place of employment working third shift. Some of you may be traveling. Some of you probably can't sleep because you're still positively, mentally, and emotionally wired while working on your multi-million-dollar vision and dream. Your heart is racing, your body is tense, your mind is constant pondering on what to do next. Ultimately, you're wondering, how can I successfully make this multi-million-dollar purpose and mission come to life? I want to give you a gift of hope. With a sprinkle of feeling, I look forward to getting up in the morning with the intention to continue on with my multi-million-dollar movement. Tonight, before you close your eyes and get comfortable in your sheets, you may have a $1 million plan. You may have a $1 million blueprint. You may have a $1 million agenda. You may have a $1 million desire. You may have a $1 million dream. You may have a $1 million mission. You may have a $1 million purpose. You may have a $1 million design. You may have a $1 million project. You may have a $1 million strategy. You may have a $1 million development. You may have a $1 million goal. And or you may have a $1 million vision. By your leadership abilities, your gifts and or even talents, you've been resisting your $1 million because of your lack of faith. You've been resisting your $1 million because you believe you're not good enough. You've been resisting your $1 million because you constantly compare yourself to others, and now you think you're not the chosen one, or the popular one that many think it's not possible. You've been resisting your $1 million because of lack of loyalty. You've been resisting your $1 million because of lack of commitment. You've been resisting your $1 million vision because of limited blocks, limited beliefs, complaints, or even excuses. Now you're a sometime pursuing your $1 million vision. Sometimes you want to focus on your $1 million vision. Sometimes you want to work on your $1 million vision. Sometimes you want to acknowledge your $1 million vision. Sometimes you want to approve your $1 million vision. Sometimes you want to accept your $1 million vision. Sometimes you want to recognize your $1 million vision. And or sometimes you want to love your $1 million vision. Then it goes from some timing to settling. Yes, now you're settling. Now you're allowing limited blocks to manipulate you and to trick you. Now you're allowing limited beliefs to control you. These limited beliefs has your mind hostage. Now you're talking about others and comparing yourself to others. Yes, when it gets hard and challenging, you'll walk away from your $1 million vision. Yes, you'll shut the door on your $1 million vision. Yes, you'll slam the door on your $1 million vision. Yes, you'll blaspheme your $1 million vision. Yes, you'll quit on your $1 million vision. Yes, you'll give up on your $1 million vision. Yes, you'll even hate on your $1 million vision. How can you possibly make your $1 million vision happen if you're living in resistance? How can you possibly make your $1 million vision happen if you're a sometimer? How can you possibly make your $1 million vision happen if you're settling? How can you possibly make your $1 million happen if you quit? The key to this epidemic is identify. The key to this epidemic is to recognize. The key to this epidemic is to shift your $1 million mindset. You know, we're talking, focusing, and discussing your $1 million vision from it's just a task. This is not to insult, but I must share the definition of task. Task means a piece of work to be done or undertaken, or assign a piece of work to. That's what task means. Having a task to formulate, blueprint, develop, organize, mastermind, design, propose, or even develop is not enough to make a $1 million vision happen, unless you're creating it with a team. However, I'm talking to the chosen who desire to make or create their first $1 million. That $1 million vision that keeps you up late at night. That $1 million vision you have on your vision board. That $1 million vision you have written in your journal. That $1 million vision you speak affirmations about. That $1 million vision you have been working on for months or even years. That $1 million vision that will positively transform the world. I'm here to tell you, it's not a task. It's a lifestyle. It's everything you do. It's everything you see. It's everything you hear. It's everything you feel. It's everything. You must understand that it's a lifestyle. Therefore, once you shift your $1 million vision to it's a lifestyle and not a task, you will then begin to move forward and resist the resistance that's trying to hold you back. You would then begin to move forward and resist the settling. You would then begin to move forward and break through of the limited blocks, limited beliefs, complaints, and or excuses. Most importantly, you would then begin to move forward with the mindset of a $1 million lifestyle, and it's never a task.
Okay, I just finished my bubble bath. Oh, relax, and now I'm about to fix me a bowl. I made this earlier, like a day or so ago. So basically I have some broccoli, some Brussels sprouts, some butternut squash, some sweet potatoes, what else? Some red onion, mini peppers, and of course some corn. And I have some quinoa and some chicken. I purchased a chicken, some quinoa and some chicken. I purchased a chicken from a grocery store. They grill it on the outside. When I say the chicken is like all of that, it's really good. So I'm gonna have to vlog that and let you all go with me when I go pick it up the next time. It is like so delicious. So I'm about to make a bowl and sit down and rest for a little bit and then get back to work. And next week, I'm trying to think, I'm supposed to cook something. You all will see. Like I said, I know I got some filet mignon coming up, some caviar. And I'm going to do another bowl because this is like my go-to bowls. The only thing that's missing, like if I do an ultimate, I'm going to have some eggplant and of course some zucchini and squash and some carrots. So that's missing. But I try to do at least 4 to 5 vegetables. And I cook this like 2-3 times a week because it lasts. You know what I mean? And this is my bowl that I use. Then I have a custom also salad bowl and a plate and a breakfast plate. Yes, I do. So let me fix this and let's wrap this therapeutic bubble bath Monday up. Okay, so I'm done fixing my plate. Like I said, I have a bowl. I wanted to put a little chicken in there. I actually didn't make this chicken. I went and purchased it from somewhere and it is amazing. They grill it. Oh, when I say it's so good. So I have some quinoa, a lot of vegetables, corn, and of course some brioche rolls. And I am about to eat and rest for a while and get back to preparing for a big lunch I'm partner with one of my business partners. We're about to launch something phenomenal. No, I won't discuss it on my YouTube channel. This is something totally separate. So I'm about to get back to that in a couple of hours. But I enjoyed this. This is so therapeutic. And I appreciate all the support. And you all continue to have an amazing evening. Much love and beautiful, beautiful blessings.